Hey guys, so as you can tell, we are in my car and I'm filming on my phone. So this is going to be like my first official video, I guess, for my vlog channel. I originally wanted to make like a travel vlog channel as a second channel, and I don't know if I'm still going to do that or how I'm going to do that. I don't know if I want to do like some daily vlog type things, but I figured for the first video, why don't we go ahead and just kind of, I guess, go through part of my day together. It's a normal work day. My car's a mess. Preston is here with me. Preston, say hi. He's busy. He's got to clean himself. So we're in the van, and yeah, we're going to go to work. So I'm going to figure out just kind of as we go. Maybe I'll start getting a vlog camera. Maybe I'll just use my phone. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, we're on our way to work. Got to drop a package off for my Vantouche Etsy eBay store envy shop. Check out Vantouche down below. I have it linked and everything. So drop the package off, go get coffee, and then to the barn we go. So maybe I'll get to finally show you guys the barn. I know it's been, God, what, 5 years that I've been talking about the barn, and I have not even shown you the guys the horses or the barn or anything besides what you see on my Instagram. So yeah, I guess I would love nothing more than to create like a vlog channel that is very much in the style of Trisha Paytas. I have been obsessed with watching her videos lately, whether you love her or hate her, whatever. Her vlogs are great. I think she's an amazing vlogger, so I would love if I can do something like that. I don't have her level of personality and emotion, but yeah. Anyways, long story short, we're going to just see where this goes. The videos will probably be fairly informal, probably have minimal editing. I do minimal editing on my formal videos, so that'd be no different. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's just get on with our day. Okay, so I obviously don't have any type of filming setup in here. I know Trisha does like a little tripod over here, whatever. But for now, I'm just gonna put you on, I don't know, my dashboard, and my face is gonna get covered, and I'm sure it's the least attractive angle in the world, but I don't know. I kind of think that even if I don't post these videos, I think that this vlogging or just getting used to having the camera on all the time is gonna help me out so much just when I want to sit down to film. I don't know what it is about filming, but like, I know what I want to talk about usually, and I like filming, but I get myself so jacked up when it comes to filming. I just want to like, need to take a breather. Some of my best filming is done when I've had a drink or two, and it's like, I don't know why I get like that. I start forgetting what I want to talk about, and I don't really want to make a script because that's weird. So I know, I mean, I've had my YouTube channel for a while, not that you can tell, but I think that maybe if I just film and I just get used to just turning the camera on and filming and not stressing out too much about it, maybe that'll help my, I don't know, filming skills, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. There are not many skills. There are not a lot of skills. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, obviously practice makes perfect. So we are practicing, I guess. So how's your days? Jesus, can't talk. So how's your guys' day going? You having a good day? Are you on your way to work? It's Tuesday here, and it is cold and rainy, and it's basically a typical Portland February day, cold and rainy. Though you could say cold and rainy is kind of a typical day in Oregon for the most part anyway. Kind of struggling with where to look, because obviously my camera is right here, but I want to look there, so I don't know. Oh wow. Who is he? Stressing about parking. I don't know what. Oh shit! Sorry. I don't know what you're going like 95 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure that's not the speed limit, but okay. So yeah, here we go. This is it. First day at trying this. Yeah, we've got Tuesday, so we leave in 1 week for another horse show. So basically, I don't know if you guys saw me talk about it or post about it, but basically the way my schedule goes, you can kind of show horses year long, but the way our schedule works from Oregon, which we travel a lot, so we don't really show in Oregon specifically, we show all over the place. I mean, if you were to just stay in Oregon, you couldn't compete at our level. You definitely have to travel if you want to compete at a world level, and that's the one thing that the woman I work with and I do, we kind of specialize at showing on a national or world level, whatever you want to call it. We don't go overseas, so it's considered world level, but we're just competing at the top of our level, so whatever you want to call that. With that being said, though, those level of horse shows are really not in the Northwest. You have to go to California is about the closest you're going to get a horse show at that level. So we do a lot of traveling. I mean, we just went to Northern California, then we're going to Scottsdale, Arizona, we go back to Northern California, and we go to Las Vegas. So everywhere we go, I think the closest one that we went to will be the California show, and that's 13-hour drive for us, 10-hour drive, something like that. And then the farthest show we go to is Columbus, Ohio, and that is basically, it's every part of 4 days. I mean, because you have to think about with us, we have I call it a baby semi, because it's not like a full-size semi, like a UPS truck type of semi, but it is a semi. I mean, it is a semi. So we have that, and obviously we can only go so fast, but we also have, so that's 25 feet. And then our horse trailer is 50 feet. It's a 7-horse trailer with a full living quarter in it, so like a RV kind of. And then we have anywhere from 5 to 7 horses on board at all times. So we're fully loaded, we're heavy, and when you're hauling animals, horses, obviously, you have to stop and you have to water them. So they have hay in little troughs in front of them, so they get to eat throughout the whole day, which is good. Horses are grazing animals. But you have to water them basically every 5 to 6 hours. So we have to stop every 5 to 6 hours and get diesel, water the horses, do that type of thing. So it takes longer to get places, obviously, because we can't go, if the speed limit's 80, we can't go 80. We can go maybe 60. So between our max speed and between watering the horses and stopping, and they have to get off of the trailer. You can't just drive 24 hours. We go basically no more than 15 hours, and then we stop somewhere and we put them in stalls and they get to lay down, and it's super important for horses to get off the trailer and, be able to relax, get off their legs. It'd be like standing on concrete all day if you're at work and you do that for 4 days. You can't do that. Because then we have to get horse shows and we have to compete. So we need our horses to be like top of their level. God, where was I going with this? We compete at the top of our level. Where was I going with that? Anyways, I think I was saying that we travel a lot. So with our show season, that's where I was talking about show season. So basically show season can be year long. I mean, there's like a show in Florida that it starts in December and then it goes over the beginning of the new year, and people like spend Christmas down in Florida and then they do their new year in Florida. So you can basically show year round, but Preston's super struggling to get under his blankets right now. But we don't. Obviously, we're not going to just drive to Florida. That's quite a drive. Preston, what are you doing? You have like 15 blankets. Our show season basically starts in February, and then we go. The last show is November if we go to it, but usually the majority of our barn is done in October, and then we might have a couple going in November. So our show season's kind of February to October. But once our show season starts, for us, we're like go to a show, come home for a week or two, go to a show, come home for 2 or 3 weeks. We're going basically every 2 to 3 weeks we're going. So it's a big schedule. And then when we're there, you have to factor in it's going to take us a couple days to get there. Then we have to get there a couple days early, a couple days to get home. So for us to go to a show, even if the show's only 4 days long, they'll be gone for a week, basically. I think when we went down to Rancho, we were gone for a week. So it's kind of, we're gone for quite a bit of time. So 2 weeks between shows, then you're gone for a week. I think for Rancho we're gone, or for Arizona, I think we're gone for 2 weeks, and that's the show that we're getting ready to go to. So yeah, we do a lot of traveling because we have to. If we just stayed in this area, we wouldn't. If we just stayed in this area, we're not going to get the level of competition that we need. Because to show at a high level, you need to be practicing at a high level. You need to be constantly pushing yourself to be like an Olympic runner going. Get a gold medal Olympic runner and they go and they just run at high school track meets. Yeah, they're running, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's obviously going to be easier to hype than an Olympic runner. It's going to be way faster and more experienced and stuff. So we have to be showing at these shows that are pushing our level. You always want to be pushing yourself, pushing your level, pushing yourself. And competition breeds, or like struggle in tough competition pushes you to be better or get better or figure out what you need to do to improve. So you've got to continue to show at that level. And we get clients from time to time that are kind of want to show locally, which there's nothing wrong with, but you have to explain to them like what we specialize in is showing at a higher level and competing at a higher level, training at a higher level. Everything we do, we're trying to push to the very top of our ability, our horse's ability, our client's ability, and we do it well. But you've gotta like commit to doing that, and it's a big commitment. What we do is, it's not cheap, and it's a commitment. It really is a sport. I mean, it's not you. If you come into it thinking you're just going to hang out and ride horses here and there, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter how much money you have if you don't put the time and the effort and the blood, sweat, and tears into it. You might have a certain amount of success, but you're not going to win the world. I mean, you'll have a certain amount of success and luck, but money and advertising will only get you so far. So I don't know, this is probably the most I've ever talked about horse shows and what we do and the kind of behind the scenes of it. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Oh, it is very sunny all of a sudden, and I feel like I have 1,000 present hairs sticking to my face. He's having a little meltdown right now. He couldn't get under his blanket, and then freaked out because he got stuck in his blanket. It's a normal day with Preston. Very emotional animal. I don't know what it is. I'm like the least emotional person in the world, and I'm surrounded by emotional people, emotional animals, emotional everything, emotional relationships. Which I mean, if there's anything, I don't want to say if there's anything I got critiqued on. You can critique me on a lot of things. I am by far not perfect. Many flaws, self-admitted. But if you, one of the things that people tend to point out a lot, especially ones that really, people that really know me, is that I'm not very emotional and I don't tend to be very empathetic or sympathetic or any of the pathetics. I am definitely very kind of dry when it comes to emotions and feelings and talking about things, which obviously has not worked out for me very well in the past, but that's just kind of how I grew up. I don't know, my family's not emotional. Like, I try to explain it to people. People wonder, I get questioned all the time by people who aren't in the horse industry or even people that are in the horse industry. They'll question me, they're like, how are you able to just go for weeks, like leaving your boyfriend or whoever you're with, you just go for weeks. And honestly, that's how I was raised. I grew up, my parents trained resources, so I grew up going from Portland to Seattle, and you would move where the work was until I became of school age. When I became of school age, my dad would go up to the Seattle racetrack at Emerald Downs, and my mom and I would stay at home, wherever home was. Sometimes it was in Southwest Washington, sometimes it was in Oregon, wherever, and we would stay there. So when that would happen, I might not see my dad for months. My mom wouldn't see my dad for months just because he was working in Seattle. We would be down in Portland. I had horses, or a horse that I was riding and showing in Portland. I had school in Portland, or wherever we were, and my dad had his job up there. And you can't, when you have horses, you can't just leave. It's a full-time commitment, or at least for them. I mean, there are ways where you can do it where it's not, but for my parents, it's an all-encompassing, full-time life devotion. So, and then my parents are not super emotional anyways. My dad probably is more so. My mom is definitely more, I don't know, we just have our own dynamic. And I try to explain to people, I might not talk to my parents, or my mom might talk to her parents, and my dad might not talk to me or whoever. We might not talk to each other often. I know some families, it's just unfathomable. You call each other twice a day and you speak every day, and you can't even imagine a life without doing it. But that's how we are, my whole family. We might not talk every day. We might not talk but a couple times a month. But we know that if you need that person, you can call on them. Any single one of my family members will drop anything to do whatever. If you need me to fly to California and take over the business and help you out because something's gone down, I've done it before. Same thing, my grandparents, if I needed them at any moment, they'd be there to help me. I mean, we're all there, we'll help each other, and we will kill people or take a bullet for each other, but we don't need to call. So that carries over into, obviously, my daily life, because that's how I live. But people don't get that sometimes, and people I've been in relationships don't get that sometimes, because they don't live that. I mean, a normal family, you talk and you communicate and do whatever, but we're not normal, or our normal is different, I guess I should say. So yeah, I think just that kind of growing up like that, and probably just my natural being, my breeding, if you will, weren't really raised to be an emotional person, which is fine. It's not a bad thing. I feel like it takes a specific person to get that, and to figure it out and understand it and get along with it, and you either do or you don't. And when you do, you get it, you appreciate it, you don't mind it, whatever. And if you don't, then you'll really struggle. And I mean, I don't want to go into it too much. I don't want to say that's what happened in my last relationship, but God, I look fat from this angle. But it didn't help. I mean, it's when you're with a super emotional person and you're not super emotional, there's definitely that disconnect, which I think it can be good because it gets that balance, but it also can be tough for each of us because maybe that other person is not getting enough emotional, whatever they need, emotional nurturing, and maybe I'm getting too much and it's overwhelming. That can be a little tough. And yeah, I mean, my world has always been animals, so I connect with animals. I've always been surrounded by dogs, cats, horses, goats, here and there a chicken. I've had birds, fish. I mean, I've had all kinds of animals. If you put me with animals, I'm totally comfortable, and I relate, and I have empathy, and I love animals. I would, again, do anything for animals. When it comes to people, it's different, and I don't know. Maybe I'm a sociopath or something. Who knows? Wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, long rant. I need to go drop this package off. We made another sale last night, so yay, go us, go Vantouche. Aaron and I are super excited. We're getting stuff sold. I will be right back. Alright, got that dropped off. We are going to go over to Starbucks. I have a cold brew maker, and I mean, I'll say it's really hard to make cold brew. You literally just steep coffee beans like tea. But I have a cold brew maker. I got it for Christmas. But Hi. Okay, here, let me show you what I'm trying to do. Hey. Hi. We're trying to get our blanket situation. We've got a lot going on right now. Okay, I think we did it. So, what was this? Yes. I got a cold brew maker for Christmas, which I love it. It's great. And I got this really good coffee blend or coffee bean from this coffee shop that I posted about. Trish, Green Beauty Trish, my friend, she posted this coffee shop, and I went there, and it was amazing. They had like horchata lattes and stuff, which was great. But they also have like in-house beans, or they get beans from somewhere. And I got this one coffee bean that was like they described it as like cocoa caramely flavor. And I got it, I was like, okay, that sounds really good. Which, I don't know, coffee and wine, whiskey, all of these things, people get very intense about describing flavor notes and stuff. And I'm kind of just, maybe I'm simple when it comes to that, or not. I don't have a trained palate, or I don't know. But they're like, oh, there's hints of cherry and marsala wine and something. Like, I don't know about that. I just know that I either like it or I don't. And I like this one. I mean, this one actually does taste like cocoa and stuff, which is great. I love it. But I ran out. So I made a little bit with what I had last night, but I usually like to have, if I can, my little cold brew in the morning just while I'm getting ready for work. I usually take about an hour to get ready for work. Not that it takes me that long to get ready, but when I get up, my process is I usually get up about 8 and I try to leave the house by 9 unless I have something else to do. And then I get to work by just before 10 or 10 o'clock. My schedule's not super strict. I mean, we're at my job and I work with Shannon, the lady I work with, I used to ride with her when I was a kid. When I showed horses, I rode with her for a little while, and then life comes full circle and she asked if I want a job like 5 years ago, which was amazing. And yeah, so I work with her now, but my schedule's not very strict. You know, she comes when she comes. I get there about 10 o'clock, and then yeah, we leave around 10 to 5. It's a very loose schedule. Not that I can't show up, but it's 5 days a week, pretty loose schedule. Anyways, I don't know how we got to talking about that. I just feel like this is so much fun. I'm sure this is going to be a weird vlog, and it might be long and super rambly, but it's just super fun. I've always seen people do the car vlogs, and it's kind of fun. I'm in the car a lot. I mean, I drive a lot. It's at least a half an hour to work, plus going to coffee and whatever. So I drive an hour, at least hour and a half, 2 hours a day, depending on what I'm doing. So I have lots of time in the car, and I've always watched these car vlogs, and like, it seems like just fun. And if my subscribers want to know more about me, or maybe followed me for, I don't know, I have some followers who followed me on YouTube for 4 years. I mean, for the entirety of my channel. And I don't know, they probably know bits and pieces about me, but I think it's kind of fun. You get to learn more about the person, and I get to talk, ramble. I mean, usually I'm talking to Preston about whatever, which he's great. I mean, honestly, we have amazing conversations, Preston and I do. But I think I get along with talking with Preston animals, because and this kind of goes back to the whole non-emotional thing. I think that with animals, it's like they're there, and you can love them or respect them or whatever without having to say anything. I mean, you can communicate with them without having to say anything. Not that I'm saying that you can talk to them psychically, but you can talk to them or be with them. Hold that thought. I'm gonna order my coffee.
Good morning and welcome to Starbucks. My name is Brian. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
All is well on this side. Thanks for asking. What can I get started for you, sir?
Could I do a venti cold brew? And then could I also get a little cup of whipped cream?
It was the venti cold brew, and how did you want to modify it?
Just the venti cold brew on its own, and then can I also get a little cup of whipped cream for my dog?
Oh, yeah. Oh, a puppuccino.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, rock on. What else, Steven?
That'll do it.
Perfect. $3.95. See you up here.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
You're getting a puppuccino. You're getting whipped cream. Had a stressful morning, it seems like. Anyways, that's what I think that where I connect so much with animals, because it was like, I don't have any brothers and sisters, so I grew up with animals, and it was usually my mom and I a lot of the time. So I just connect with them. You can either, I feel like animals are the best friend that you always want, or like the best friend that you've always wanted, but you never really get it. Like for me, I can, with the horses or dogs or whatever, if I just want to hang out with them, we just hang out. If you want to talk or be sad or be whatever, they're just there. And like Preston, he's there, and I talk to him and act like he knows what I'm saying. I know he doesn't, but he looks at me and it's as if he knows what I'm saying, which sometimes just that is just having something that cares about you, and they don't care, they don't bring any judgment, whatever. Sometimes that's all you need. Just like a little talk session. Like sometimes Preston and I are singing, sometimes we're doing whatever. I'm sure I sound totally crazy. If you have any connection with animals, you know what I'm saying. This is not like a telepathic, metaphysical connection type of thing. I'm just saying, like, on a base level, that's what I love about animals. And I feel like that's where they have so much value and power in people's lives, because if you're an animal person, their family, your friend, your therapist, whatever. Sorry, this is all over the place. We go from being super happy to having weird in-depth conversations, but that's the fun part about vlogging, I guess.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
$3.95.
Thank you.
Got a puppuccino for
Awesome, thank you so much. Here you go.
$16.05 is going to be your change.
Awesome.
Or
Thank
have a
you.
great one.
You too. Alright. So, mission success. Preston has his whipped cream. I don't want to hear about it in the comments. If you don't like it, don't do it. Preston likes it. He's 10 years old. If he wants whipped cream, he can have whipped cream. And he does like it. He's in his blanket right now, eating his whipped cream. It's great. Everyone's happy. Do you need help? Here, let's get this figured out. I'm trying to like make a little nest for his whipped cream because he's in this weird position. Oh, we're gonna drop that. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think that's the fun part about vlogging. That's the one thing I really like about people vlogging. At first I thought it was stupid. When you think about it, it's kind of like, oh really, you're just gonna sit and listen to this person ramble on? Seems weird, but I think it's kind of fun. I just kind of, I don't know. That's one thing I like about watching Trisha Paytas vlogs is she drives and then she eats and she does whatever, and there's no structure to it. And if she wants to talk about a breakup and cry, then she talks about a breakup and cries. And if she wants to just talk about how much she loves that spicy chicken sandwich from Arby's or whatever, then she talks about that, which I think is super fun. There's something to be said about that. Obviously somebody likes it because vlogging is a thing, just like mukbang or mukbang channels are a thing. There's a thing for everybody. It's what makes this world a place that it is. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun. And I don't know if it'll work doing this on my phone or not. I'm not super technologically advanced. If it does, that's cool. Yeah. anyway, I think I'm going to sign off for now, and then I will turn you guys back on when we get to the barn. How about that? All right, so we are officially at the barn. Yeah, I'm basically sitting in my car right now. It's super cold out, and I really don't want to get out of the car. So I figured, why don't I show you what it looks like when I come to the barn? So basically what I do on a normal day is I get to the barn a little bit early. I don't technically start work until 10. So depending how cold it is, I think of this as like my time where, you know how older people go on the patio and they just kind of sit and sip their coffee and look at grass? I don't know what they look at. Hummingbirds. That's basically what I'm doing. But for me, it's, come on, cheekbone. Love that. My skin looks nice. This is like me having my morning coffee, which I am, but also it's like 1 degree. It's not 1 degree, but it's like freezing outside, and I don't want to get out of the car. So it's very nice out, but I don't want to get out of the car. So here I'm going to show you some stuff. Here is, when I tell you we have a long horse trailer, like, yeah. So this is the front. The living quarters goes back to here. This is our tack room. Obviously the door's on the other side. And then we have 7 horses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a hay rack. These are all storage things. And we're actually getting a new trailer soon. I think we're trading this one in and getting a new trailer. Over here, sorry, I'm trying to look on the phone. This is a dairy barn. And then I'll show you in a minute. Oh. Then here are horses. Trying to see. Oh, yeah, there you go. You can kind of see. There are horses there. You see them? Hi, horses. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Preston is there. He's enjoyed his whipped cream. Anything to say? Have any words? Anything for the camera? He's not talking right now. But yeah. So I'm probably should put my sweatshirt on and get ready for work. I'll put your hair for right now as we get ready. This lighting though. Love that. Hair looks weird. That's fine. Hair always looks weird. Put my little outfit on. I'm having a hard time, like, I keep looking here, and then it looks like I'm looking over there, like I have Google eyes, whatever. Maybe I should just only ever use the front camera. My god. My skin's looking so good. Love that. Put my little daily outfit on. You can see me in my horse clothes, which are basically just clothes. There's nothing special about them. Ah! Stuck. Why did I do this? What's wrong with this outfit? Oh my god, I have to pee so bad. I've had like 34 coffees today already and a half a gallon of water, and then, yeah. So, I'm trying to hold this pee in, because once I get out of the car, it's the day's started, and then, yeah, then we're just out there. There's really nowhere. Here's out. I mean, I'm not riding outside, but that's like the weird thing about the barn. I'm not riding outside, but I am outside all day. I mean, this barn is ridiculous. We pay, well, we don't pay because the trainer doesn't pay, but the clients pay so much money. I mean, I guess we do. Aaron and I have a horse together, so I guess I could say we. Anyway, we pay so much money for this barn, and per month, because the way barns work, like, you rent a stall basically, so it's kind of like renting an apartment. You pay for the stall. But we pay so much money for this barn. It's got horrible insulation. They don't run it very well. It's just kind of like not ideal. A lot of things that are not ideal about it. So some barns are more insulated. It's a little warmer. Some are not, but this isn't. So it's cold is what I'm trying to get to. I'm not outside like in the great outdoors, but it's nothing more than a shed. I mean, it's a wood building with metal on the side, and so it's not, I'm not in the rain, but it's still 30 degrees in the barn. It's not much warmer. And then the arena is just a little covered thing too. I mean, like, you get warm when you're working and warm when you're riding for sure, but it's that initial, like, getting in the shower, that first step, getting into the shower, you're like, ah, shit, that's cold. But then you don't want to get out. Same thing. I'm going to freeze my ass off for probably half an hour, and then I'll get warm. But it's that first half an hour, I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, when I sit here and days are like this, it does not... It seriously makes me think about moving to LA, which is a possibility. Probability, not even a possibility. Gross. Why this under part of my neck looks so fat? I'm not fat. Anyway, probability, not a possibility. It's gonna happen. I'm just not sure when. I think it will probably happen at the end of this year. I've got a lot of things I need to figure out before then. Yeah. Preston, what do you think? Alright guys, so this is Ozzy. Everyone say hi. Cutest little pumpkin in the world. This horse is actually mine. Well, Aaron and I's horse. Yeah, they're cute. Hi. See? He's in his little paddock. Ooh, hi. Zoomed in. Here's his friend. This is Waylon. His horse is back there. And this is Petey. Huh. Ozzy's 4. Super sweet. He's like a little dog. Or a big dog. Hey guys, so obviously I am home now. The day kind of got away from me and didn't necessarily go as expected. Definitely was not a normal work day. But we are home now. I'm having some chili with salsa and some kind of probiotic sour cream. Made the chili a couple nights ago in my Kosari, which is like an Instant Pot. But it wasn't working. I turned it on and I was like, okay, I put it on a high pressure, and usually when it's building pressure and whatever, it takes a while to do that. But this one was like not getting pressure. So I'm like, okay, let me get in the shower and I'm gonna come back after the shower and it'll probably be working 10, 15, 20 minutes. I come out and it's like bubbling but not building pressure. It's like total, I don't know, housewife problems. Not a housewife, not a wife. Yeah, so I play with it. I'm like, oh my god, the little pressure valve has popped off. So I need to play with that and see what is wrong with it. Sidekick is over here. Hello. There he is. He's emerging. Stay there. Don't sit in the chili. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So I think that's it for this vlog. Oh, we're going to hold hands now. He's flirting with me. Yeah? Hello. Okay, well, we're probably going to sit here and hold hands for a little bit. But yeah, so let me know how if you guys like this. This is kind of my first foray into vlogging. Let me know if you like the vlog. Obviously, I will try to include more horse things and travel things. Like I said, originally this channel was going to be for travel vlogging, and I just haven't got there yet. Haven't gone on a trip or anything yet. Go to a horse show soon. So I'll do let me know what you think. Just do you want to see daily vlog type things? Do you see this? Daily vlog type things? Do you want to see me go to horse shows? Do you want to see me actually doing real life traveling? Just let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, I guess that's it for this vlog. I'm not sure how you end these. That's it for this vlog, and I'll see you probably over on my other channel, unless I post here next. All my socials and other channel will be linked in the description down below. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!